Brampton, Ontario-based space technology company MDA Space plans to ramp up its satellite production facilities and seek more opportunities in the defense sector to take advantage of higher military spending. Joining us now for more on their plans is Mike Greenley, the CEO of MDA Space. Mike, thanks very much for joining us today.
Good morning.
I just want to talk quickly about some of your numbers. Lots to like there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We just reported our year-end results. Things are revenue and profitability is up 50% year over year, and we continue on a strong growth trajectory as a company.
And let's talk a little bit that backlog, $4 billion at quarter end. What does that mean going into 2026 for you?
It means that we have really high visibility in our revenue for 2026. So the large majority of our revenue this year was already in backlog and signed contracts that we have in the business. Very stable foundation for the company. Our backlog levels are up 7 times the level they were at when we went public 5 years ago. And so that gives us really good predictability in our revenue as we head into the year.
And any concerns about being able to meet it, all the demand?
No, actually, no. We've hired a lot of folks in the last few years. We're up to over 4,000 employees now. We've done our new facility, completed, and are moved into our new facility in Brampton, Ontario, which is our space robotics center of excellence globally, and just completing and putting into operation our expanded manufacturing facilities in Montreal.
And now you focus, a lot of your focus for this year, CapEx. Where were we going to see that going?
CapEx this year will go into putting equipment into our new manufacturing facility in Montreal, in addition to some additional facilities here and there, and then investments into our product lines, the evolution of our product lines, our digital satellites, and our space robotics.
And how is that expansion in Montreal going?
It's going really well. We just put out some new little clips on social media under MDA Space, and just in the last few days, the facility is starting to become operational now as we go through the first few stages of the production cycle, where we create our own printed circuit boards, for example, and start to build units to populate satellite panels. Those first few stages are becoming operational now as we continue to set to work the remaining assembly equipment for the rest of the production line. As we go through the second half of the year, we'll have our full production facility operational and be capable of producing up to 2 digital satellites per day, which is a big leap over last year, which we were sort of 1 a week, and now we're going to be 10 a week this year.
And you have to fill it for me. Is there any production outside of Canada, or is it all in Canada?
Our satellite production facility is in Canada. It's in Montreal.
And it's nothing outside. Now, you're at a great time right now. I mean, defense spending is going through the roof. Are you able to capitalize on that, or the proposal for defense spending is to go through the roof? Where are you looking? Canada obviously is a natural for you, and are you hitting down in the U.S. as well?
We've always had solid defense work in Canada and the U.S. That remains, but you're right. Canada is going through an expansion of its defense spending, and you said the promise of it, but it is actually starting to move. We signed a strategic agreement with the Department of National Defense and Telesat Corporation in the fall of 2025 to agree to work together on delivering the Arctic satellite communications for the North for the military, which is tremendously important. And so that's we're seeing the early signs of things starting to move and pick up pace. That's going to continue. Our pipeline indicates that. As a result of Canadian increased procurement, though, there's also increased opportunities internationally. You would have seen us sign a memorandum of understanding with Hanwha in South Korea recently to agree that as part of their pursuit of the Canadian submarine opportunity, that they would work with us to go after the Korean military communication satellites, to creating new export opportunities for us as a result of Canada importing certain technologies according to the new defense industrial strategy.
And with Canada, the Prime Minister was just in India, announced more cooperation with the ISRO, the Indian Space Agency. Do you see what opportunities do you see there?
I think that internationally there are solid opportunities for us. We're legitimate world leaders. As a third country that launched satellites into space, Canada was, after the United States and the USSR. We're coming up to 60 years now of experience of building and orbiting space technology. And so we have a strong industrial base here in the country. So in certain areas like space-based communications, space-based Earth observation, space robotics and rovers, we have a strong capability. as countries, with the geopolitical shifts that are occurring right now, countries want to be able to have increased Earth observation, to be able to monitor their sovereign territory, and they want to have sovereign communications, space-based communications, to be able to have sovereign communications across their country. Both of these areas are strong areas for Canada and MDA Space to deliver into as we do more work with countries around the world.
And you do work with the U.S. as well, with the defense down there. Any concerns about the friction between the two countries right now getting in the way?
No, we see full collaboration continuing to go on. We just announced recently in the last quarter a contract directly with the U.S. Missile Defense Agency on SHIELD, part of the Golden Dome program, as a Canadian company. So we're able to do that. We are a supplier to the prime contractors in the United States for the U.S. Department of Defense's SDA low Earth orbit constellations. All 5 U.S. defense primes buy satellite components from us that we ship from Montreal. So we still see strong collaboration moving forward. Our robotics and rover teams are teamed up with American firms to pursue NASA rover programs that we're waiting for decisions on. So lots of opportunities continue in the United States.
And with the situation in Iran, is that a concern? Is that an opportunity? Or how is that? What kind of an impact is it having for you?
Right now, no immediate impact. I think that as a pattern of behavior in the world, this sort of, the world is not a stable place, and conflict can emerge at any time. I think the activity of reaching out and striking other countries in the region causes everyone to want to ensure that they have solid situational awareness of their country and the threats to it, solid communications and the ability to respond. So all of these are benefiting from space-based technologies. And so countries will have seen satellites being highly involved in all of that action that we've seen in the last few weeks. So I think it helps reinforce the value of space-based defense and security and space-based sovereignty, which will only increase the pipeline globally as countries want to be able to increase their security state.
Okay, Mike, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate the conversation.
Mike Greenley is the CEO of MDA Space.